All right. What's going on, guys? This is season 3, and we're in the Premier League. Season just about to get underway. You see, some teams have already played their games. You see, transfer moves, some of them were already made, a few others, maybe a couple coaches. We've got some staff to go through, got some players. Before our first game of the season against Man United, which is fitting as well, you know what happened against them last season, the FA Cup. A big drama. Not drama, just big thing. Because, we did beat them in the FA Cup, which was massive. But let's see, there's so much to get into. So let's start with our transfers, why don't we? And maybe not a whole lot of surprises here, and this could be something we might need to talk about, related to it anyway. We didn't have a lot going out. That we sold. We did not have a lot of value in our players. Unfortunately. Could be an issue, but we spent our budget. Basically, we didn't spend overs, but we didn't sell too much. Chris Maguire was a free Dundee. You know about him. Denver Hume, who we did loan out. For me, he's not Premier League quality. 23, a little bit of potential to grow. I'm not sure if he will become Premier League quality, but I thought, a loan will be his season at Portsmouth. And Portsmouth, they are currently in League One, so that's a good level for him. And Carlton Morris, there was actually some value. A rare one that had value. He was a guy that was, you remember his worth? He was below 1 million, but his value, it went like 3 million or something like that. I couldn't sell him for that much, but I think it was overs. I think because we got that promotion again, it boosted some of our players' values. And Carlton Morris, sell him for 1.9 million up front. I think that's a bargain. And that was really good for us in terms of what he provided. We signed him on a free transfer. And he didn't score really enough goals. That wasn't, not enough value in him. But before we go into it, a lot of them were like released players. So I'm not going to mention all these players' names, but there's Luco 9, who else? Scowen, Max Power. He was in the first team. So some of these I do have to click on to explain. He's at Oxford, and they were the team that approached him. See, a Premier League team didn't approach him. A Championship team did. So that really shows me his level. And he wasn't even that good last season. He still played consistently though. Only one goal, even though for a central midfielder, he was one rating that did drop. From League One to Championship. I think he's Championship quality though, but he's just that level. And anyone else? Tom Flanagan, we didn't really use that much season. Lyndon Gooch, I had to bite the bullet and let him go. It's another one, like Birmingham. Birmingham approached him. He stayed consistent. And you saw that through my commentary, or I showed that through my commentary, that he was exactly that. He was a consistent player, but I don't think he could keep up that level. If anything, it was better in the Championship season, but I think we were better, more well-rounded as a team, funnily enough, even though we went up a division, which that says a lot in itself. We made some good signings. Did we do that again? Maybe, but Lyndon Gooch, I don't expect us to win the title again. That would be, too crazy. Not even in our mindset right now. But Lyndon Gooch, he was a great contributor. You can't get too tied up in your fields when you're looking to go up the divisions in the road to glories. Aidan O'Brien, same boat as well. He's gone to Oxford. You get 4.8 million value in him. It didn't look like that for us. I would have tried to get some money out of him. Charlie Wyke, we didn't really utilise. We loaned him out in the end. Lee, and then Connor McLaughlin. Lee, we've got to talk about our goalkeeper situation. Another team hasn't even picked him up. Again, says a lot. It's like Championship teams, maybe Championship League One. Connor McLaughlin, we didn't really use him last season, aging. So I think they all really make sense. So let's head on over to all transfers now and talk about who we brought in. So firstly, the man we do know about, Christian Delamura, 6.25. I did bite the bullet to pay that transfer fee that we have part of the loan deal. And it was, for me, I'm going to say it's worth it now, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see for Christian. But he's only 20. I'm still sticking by him having Premier League potential. If we go by the book, he's got potential to be a good player in this division, in the Premier League. So that makes sense to me. And I'd say, look at this. 27, no. What's that recommendation for? To keep him? A recommendation for our own player? But anyway, I don't buy that at all. That's very, very wrong. We've got staff to get into as well. But 6.25 million for a Premier League quality centre-back for hopefully a duration of his career, if we're going to play that long, though. Yeah, that's pretty good. But guys, we did not pay 67k for Adam. It was just like an extra fee. Like, he was available on approach to sign. It was just a fee we had to pay to Sparta Prague. It's another signing. It's another year, another free transfer that we've just hit. We've found. I remember saying, does anyone else remember saying, like, you don't do anything insane for this? I didn't do anything crazy. I found a good player. My scouts found a good player. I think he actually popped up, or did I find him in the search? I can't remember. It's been a few days since the last episode. I've been working so hard to get this done just today. Today was finalising it all of these signings, or the latter stages of a few of them anyway. He's only 20 years old, and our best rated striker, and that's left midfield, and you can't really change the position on this, which is a little annoying. Lee Butler, report by the goalkeeping coach. That's something a little annoying. We signed an assistant, but yeah, anyway, we'll leave that for now. He is an exceptional signing. We'll talk about him more, that's for sure. But we're going to move on to some other free trade. I reckon we've hit some more. So Raphael, who is a centre-back and could play left-back as well if needed, and left mid. We're still going to use a 4-4-2, similar setup once again into this season. Very valuable. I know 32, but we need experience. That's what I hunted after this season. Signings where we can just consolidate ourselves, not the future. Some of them for the future as well. I mean, Adam, no doubt, and Dalimura, a couple of those. So you can't say we didn't think about that completely, but I did want to get some older guys that I may have not got previous in other saves. It's just, save. It depends where you are in a save, and that's where we are now, newly promoted Sunderland. But Ryan Gould, guys, another free transfer. He's worth 14 million, 26 years old. We go to reports. Look at this. Our best rated central midfielder. Those are other players we signed. But their ratings are very low. That's because Lee Butler, goalkeeper. We might need to get an update on that, because I just want to go quickly, if we just go into that right now. We have got an assistant manager, new signing, so I'm just waiting for that to maybe update, or he to report on our own players, because I really think having a goalkeeping coach, Lee Butler, is not really rating the players like they should be. Ryan Gould's one of the best players in the team, and probably need to talk about him a bit more. Exceptional technicals, mentals, they're solid. Physicals, not the best, but not terrible at all. You can just look over on the right side as well for the ones you can see. Sergio Gomez, that's what I mean in a comparison. We thought Sergio Gomez was a crazy free signing, and he's still only 21, so he's got improvement in him. But Ryan Gould, he's a great player, and obviously he's going to be fluent in English. He's had time in Scotland, of course. Coming from there, if we just take a look at a comparison, he spent time in Portugal, most notably. But Scotland in his early days, Dundee United. He was always an up-and-coming talent. So then Jack Stevens was also available on a free transfer. Another English boy in. He's experienced. An experienced defender, 28 years old. I wouldn't say he's anything crazy, but we've got a few three-star rated centre-backs. He's not bad. He's got it done before. What I mean, got it done. He's been at Southampton for a few years in the Prem. He's got that in his experience, like as a Premier League player. And this guy, other top teams wanted him. Some lower teams, but top teams as well. Asta, Vranks. I think that he's got an X in there. Always players with X in their name. They just got something about him with the X. He's still only 19. So this is another central player for the future for us. He's central mid and centre attacking mid natural. I think a little bit better central mid, you see the Mazzala role. He strikes me like a young Pogba or something like that. He's strong on both feet, fairly strong left, very strong on the right. Just no traits though, so maybe we'll get him, learning something. He's Belgium as well. One of those Belgium young talents. So just could be something crazy. Pinto, we signed, Portuguese young talent. He had a little bit of potential. Didn't spend too much on him. 275k. There was another team who paid like 50k for him, which was, I wanted to get him that cheap, but I think they had in some installments as well. He's another one with Premier League potential. So that's my logic. If he's going to get Premier League quality, that is like a no-brainer if you're going to sign him that cheap. Easy done. Now, this is where we got a bit more experience, what I touched on a little bit before. Not signings I would have made before, which I like. Like, when you're a top team, like, you don't make these kind of signings. You don't make these kind of signings. Like, Javi Manquillo, like, he's a solid player for a team, like a newly promoted team. He's a very nice signing. Watford signed him in the save for 2.4 million in the Championship, which, you know, that's a lower division. And 6.9? It depends how they really went. If they didn't go that great, 6.9 is not a bad rating for a defender. But then in the Premier League, when he was at Newcastle, 6.75. So he's this quality. Again, he's got the experience. For me, he is a Premier League player. Not a top Premier League player, but yeah, at a club like this, he would be a decent option. So he can play right back, can play left back, but he's weak on his left side, so pretty comfortable on him on the right. Isaac Hayden. We needed a defensive midfielder. We've got those creative guys. So Isaac Hayden, really, really important. He's another one to talk about with his value. Like, Leeds signed him for 11 million and barely used him. Those 3 games are off the bench in the league. So you'd say that was a bit of a fail signing by Leeds. After, again, Newcastle scored 4 goals, 4 assists. I just love seeing the stats. But he just looks strong. He's well-rounded. 27, should be in his peak right now. He's not going to be declining for a few seasons. So, yeah, I'm happy with his deal, 4.8 up to 5.25. Value, yes, it's a few of these guys were transfer list, and that's what we had to hunt for because we couldn't spend too much. And, yeah, there was someone we did almost sign. We almost signed a striker. Unfortunately, that did not go through with Neil Maupay. So it was more pain, always choosing another team. But also, while we're on things that did happen, this also happened. We got a job offer, but I had to reject it and say I was happy at Sunderland because, I wasn't going to do that. That's not this type of save. Because I knew I had all these signings lined up to make happen. Ruben Vargas, I knew we needed a left midfielder. I'm like, who do we have? We let go of a few that we were using, so you're like, that's a position you need to reinforce. He actually had a release clause of 8 million, but I managed to sign him for 3.3, but no, I'm not going to trick you. Not that great, but then the add-ons up to 7.25, but his release clause was 8 million, and we got it below that, so look, his value 12 million as well, 23, so he can prove a little bit. He's natural on both sides, and again, strong on both feet, some player traits as well. And I like signings like this. He's not someone I managed before or know a lot about. Like Hayden and Manquillo, I've heard about them before. Actually, Manquillo, Newcastle United, and then we go back over to Isaac Hayden as well, Newcastle. So familiar there. I did a Newcastle save a few years ago, so I had them. They were there I think I did a live save where I did everything live. So yeah, I've done a lot of saves over the course, haven't I? But there's a little bit of a connection there. And he's back, lads. You would have noticed this. I thought Nelson, no, they surely is Premier League quality now. But Arsenal, you never know what Arsenal are going to do, to be honest. I think he is Premier League quality, and for him to still be loan list and buy him, I reckon that's a big mistake. He can play natural on the left side in left wing, but right mid, I reckon he can play that position for us again, really. Have another strong season where he's going to continue to develop a little bit more as well throughout the year, surely. One move we'll talk about, Gavin Bazanu, because we did need another goalkeeper. We did need to sign another goalkeeper. Gavin Bazanu, he's a young keeper from Man City. I've known about him before. I've used him before, previous last year, FM20. He's going to be our backup. He's going to be our backup goalkeeper because we did sign someone else. I was like, where's that man at? I might have to go on free transfers. The man I signed's not there, lads. Maybe a little bit. I think that happened before. Yeah, Benji Sigris. He's had his time in... I signed him on a free transfer. So, yeah, I don't know what happened to this man. Why I didn't show up in the transfer action, because we signed him up kind of in a similar fashion. And, yeah, Benji. Strategic signing for a few reasons, but namely... he is going to be a good keeper. His experience last season, he was excellent, really, for Dundee United. Talk about Scottish connections. Yeah, and obviously I knew him when he was at Aston Villa as a backup goalkeeper. So yeah, he's been in England. He knows the language. Like you see, he's fluent in English, like German as well, French, Italian, which is very important. We'll have a few players that could speak multiple languages. But anyway, yeah, so he's not there, right? I'm just making sure I'm not losing my vision in my old age. But he's definitely not. Did I do it very, very late? That could have been... Yeah. That's where it is. That's my reaction to it. Because Isherwood, Gregor Isherwood, but I think you knew about him. I said I was signing him. Benji. I think his contract was expiring not a year earlier, a month earlier. We've figured it out. I think that's how it is in Scotland, like when their contracts run out. Let me know. We've figured it all out. But you've come along that journey with me as to where he was there. We found out in the end. So yeah, we signed him. I was questioning it. Why is Bazanu? Why have I got team first? I thought I signed Benji first. But yeah, there we go. That happened. And we needed another signing. You know, we had some decent money. You're like, okay, you spent a little bit. And it could have been Neil Maupay, but it wasn't to be the case. And in the end, we may have not needed him. With Adam signing, he's good enough. Vincenzo Griffo. Look at these technicals, lads. Look at these technicals. Just so many, like 16s. And a lot of them, to be fair, like free kick taking corners. That's where he's going to be really useful. He has to create goals and score goals for us this season, or that's going to be a letdown. Like, he will let us down if that's not it. With those numbers, 17s for free kick taking corners, he's got to create goals through that. And then I finalised, look, I thought we were settled, but then I thought the squad was a little bit shorter. Just look at the days. Look, I was settling on my squad for a little bit, and I just thought we needed one more experienced player. Stefan is the man. Stefan Ilsanka. Again, experienced player, can play in a defensive midfield role and even in like a centre-back, right-back. And to be a leader, he's got like 16 leadership, 17 determination, all those mentals as well. Naturally fit, so he shouldn't drop crazy at 33. As I said, I don't generally make this many older signings. It just depends where you're at in your save. 17 tackling. So, yeah, we went really huge with that. And that's all that information. I need to get on the staff now. We'll try and do that pretty quickly, but we got some names. So yeah, there's a few we let go of, and I'll show you some signings, and some of them were like free transfers as well, but yeah, there's just some notable names, I guess. John Lucas as a sports scientist, not too much to speak on him. He's 17 sports science, pretty decent. Under 18s assistant manager. Richard Wood, I want to be, because we've got some good young potential players. I want to just, we've had a lot of staff available. Like, we can even sign more staff. So I'm slowly doing more of those. Rob Edwards is an under-23s coach. We still have a few more of those we can get. He's 17 working with youngsters. It's not highlighted, but that's under coach, not under 23s coach. Still consider those as youngsters in the under 23s team. Sydney Lobo, yes, this is the man we want to talk about as assistant manager. He should have a better judgment. Yeah, this man should have a better judgment on our players. He's got good tactical and technical coaching. Even could work with youngsters as well. Assistant manager, very, very good. Brazilian, so gets that knowledge in Brazilian knowledge. Maybe get some Brazilian youth intake players in the future. You never know. Oh, and here's a familiar name. I always like signing familiar names, and he's not the only one. Sami Hyypiä. Remember when he played for Liverpool? His Liverpool days. He was for many, many years. I actually liked him. Like, what? Oh, no. Oh, my God. You're a Manchester United supporter. You can't like any Liverpool players. But I was just growing up, and Sami Hyypiä, like, he just stood out. Maybe he just stood out to me. Like, I just remember him very, very well, and he was a good defender from my memory. Like, in my early teenage years, I think that's when he was at Liverpool. And, yeah, I just remember him. He stood out. Maybe he was a tall defender. And then we signed ourselves a new head of youth development. Previous one, yeah, we let him go. Wasn't as good. His judging player potential is 19. He's another Brazilian. That's what I mean. That's another Brazilian. So that gets the Brazilian staff stocks up and the knowledge stocks, and especially in a youth setup. Imagine we get them through. And he's not just good with bringing him through, with judging the potential of him, but then working with the youngsters as well, 17. So, Cruz, hopefully he's going to come in and, I reckon he can do that job pretty easily. You could say, I think he could cruise in that role. And then final was Danny Coyne, at least out of the ones that were shown here, under 23s. Again, the coaching attributes, nothing crazy, but it was more so the working with youngsters. I really wanted to get a good rating there, even though I know if you go under it, it says those age 18 and under in particular. But I like to think under 23s, we've still got some young players we put in the under 23s as well, like 18-year-olds. So they're still going to be covered, I like to think. Yeah, so if I was going to go back to the 21-22 season, sure, we got a few. Like we got Juan, Jose Lopez, loan manager. Not, it's one we didn't have. It was a role we didn't have. It's nothing too crazy, but it's important to have a loan manager. It just got some other scouts like Molina as well, 18 and 17. Canepa is a scout, 17 and 17, Argentinian. So you see the stuff, Molina, Spanish. We're getting a few of these pretty good countries as well. And again, Zigor, what a name. These guys are actually pretty good scouts. Guys, obviously, head of youth development, director of football, they're like the go-tos for, like, you think will be involved with the intakes. Do you reckon your scouts can help with intakes as well, like your youth intakes? What's your opinion on that? Definitely could play a part with the knowledge, but do you think they actually have a hand in picking some of them? In fact, they are scouts, especially if they are foreign players. They're not born in England. Say if it was a Spanish player or a Brazilian player. Let me know. I don't know if you know for sure or just your general opinions. A lot of things in Football Manager are unknown. Some of them are known, but some of them there's not a definitive answer by Sports Interactive. But then there was Jake Lewis, recruitment analyst. Yeah, analysing data is pretty good, but you're like, don't waste time. You go, Ian Atkins, yep, sure, he's good. He's another one. He's had some around English, like he's been around the English divisions, pretty decent English clubs. So yeah, he's going to be a good scout. But this is the man we're here for. Timmy Cahill, for all my fellow Australians out there, or if you're like an Everton supporter or you just watch the Premier League and you like how he went about it, but definitely, like he hasn't got crazy attributes. But his determination, if I can get that Timmy Cahill determination in some young lads, it's going to bode well for their careers. Like, you can't dispute that. And I was thinking, we'll just say, look, he's studying. We're going to get him study. I just want to get him as good as we can. Timmy Cahill, he has just got that spirit. And I'm glad he's got that good determination because he's definitely got that in him. So I'm just so happy with bringing him. I was, when you see a manager, he was listed as a manager anyway. You see his staff roles. And you're not sure if they're going to join. We're not going to able to offer a contract. That red background's going to show up. But no, he actually wanted to listen. We've got Timmy Cahill as an under-18s coach. Like, as an Australian, that's just like, you get too excited just speaking those words. So that's all the ins and outs for the most part. I think we covered a lot there. So I know we're 20-odd minutes in this video already and we haven't got into the game, but I had to update you on what I spent the last few days on. And there's even more. Those other signings there. But this Marco, he's another physio. But we offered him as head of sports science because that's what we needed. We needed someone there. So we brought him in. Hernan Crespo, you would have seen him, yeah. So we're trying to get him on as a coach as well. I think it was like an under 23s because I think that's where we needed one. So just wait till we confirm the role on him. But he's coming in regardless, another manager. So that's pretty good. And then Dennis, he's a young keeper. Look at that potential. At PSG. I don't know how good this lad can get, but again, Premier League potential, he signed for free. You're like, stop getting excited. But I mean, we're getting these quality players. He's not that quality right now, but he's got the potential in him. Really good prices. Well, this without a price at all. Work permit. Yeah, he should get that though. Being Italian, if you just go to his information, he speaks Italian fluent and French as well. So as you expect with his time in France. So I think that was a good signing. But before we get into the game, Manchester United, huge game for sure. But we have to get into this. I feel we missed out on the influx of money getting to a new Premier League team. I'm not sure what you guys think, but our expenditure, for what you can see, is like majority is our new signing. So we're not going to... See, that's the thing. We're not going to be spending that much every single month. So we're going to make money back. We spent 18 million. The transfer expenditure was 18 million. So, we're not going to be spending that every month. But at the same time, we're not going to get... That's our season ticket money, 12 million. But if we balance it out now and the TV revenue, keep in mind, we're going to be getting, revenue regularly. That's going to come. So I think we're going to be in a position to make money each month. We're going to find out, though. We're going to find out. Or we can go to projection. According to this, you can feel a bit more safer. The end of this season... The balance. Just look at that. There's all these others right here, like the turnovers, expenditures. Yeah, well, the end of this season, the 22-23, 16 that's not too bad. But over the next few seasons, if we maintain a Premier League position, our balance is only going up. Look at that. It's going like 20 million or so each season. So that's good. Think of the future. We're in a good position in the future right now. Of course, it depends on like if we get more sponsor money and what our contracts are going to be like, how much we succeed. But it doesn't look the greatest now being in the red, but patience is a virtue, and our money could be sitting pretty decent. And that's not really taking into account transfers. You know, if we have some of our younger players we don't keep and sell on, or any players we just sell, we could make more than that. So keep that in mind. So if we just look at this comparison here, we've sold 34,701, if we're going to be specific, compared to last season where it was 26,000. So that's what you get for getting promoted. So more money does come through that. And again, consolidating. That's what we were about this season and how we reflected with our signings. Sure, I'd love better players, but you got to deal with what you have. But that's how we went about it. Trying to be logical. What's our options for this season? And you consolidate, and that's how we'll be sitting. We'll start to make more profit each season through this. That's just one way where you're going to be making more money through having more ticket sales. So it's good signs, like you saw with the progression with our finances. It's not looking the best right now, but we're going to start making money throughout the season and the coming seasons as long as we stay in the Premiership. And alright, I know it's taken a while, but hopefully you guys liked the intro, the build up to the first game, when some other teams have already played, and it's where we're meeting United again. You think if we could beat them last year, here we beat them with the team we've got this time. Like, I'm still wondering about the striker roles, because like Adam, like he can be incredible. As a advanced forward, like a left winger is a good position for him as well. But advanced forward looks like his best role. But then also that's Greenwood's as well. So, or you could say maybe use Greenwood as a pressing forward. I'm just deep lying forward. I just feel he comes with a lot of creativity, and you could even think because he is more familiar with playing on the left side. But I was wondering about our winger roles, and Nelson, of course, back in because he's on attack. And then Griffo, he's on support. So that mixes well for me, the striker roles with the winger roles, or duties more so, if they're attack on support. I like the balance there, and we need to get in game to see the action as well. Kitolano, let's show you. Let's see, did we talk about it? Yes. A fellow Premier League team signed Tyreek Mitchell for 20 million. We just didn't have that extra money to spend on a left back for a position we didn't need. Kitolano, he's solid enough, but I do like Tyreek Mitchell. Like, look at that potential. I just thought for a left back, 20 million when we still needed to spend that money elsewhere. If we needed a left back, if that position was open, if you had someone we were getting rid of, I would have went for him. QPR spent a bit of money. Do we take a look at who they signed? Might as well at this rate. By the looks of things, again, that was another one that was quite early. That's why, 20 million. There it is. They didn't spend a lot of... Ivan Sanchez. He was another I was looking at as another attacking player. So if you want to compare to maybe who we got in comparison. So, it was just a very, very long and interesting window. I wanted to give you guys an idea of how it all played out. I think I covered a good amount. So hopefully you guys like that. We're just going to get into it now. There could be a few other decisions, like who should be our centre-back that starts and all of that. Ilsanka, he needs to, just get a bit of sharpness in. He and Hayden, we can bring him on if we're leading, that is for sure. Maybe in the midfield, defensive midfield area. So I like that. And I do like Raphael. I'm going to call him Raphael now. I was going to search how to pronounce his name. Probably like Zikos or something like that. Maybe we'll see in the next episode how close I got. Zikos. But call him Raphael for now. I like the team. I like the team, boys, and the mix that we do have. You might say we're lacking another striker, but we might upgrade one of our strikers' talents from the bench. It's going to be interesting. We've got Ruben Vargas, though. He could, but that's what you might say. But it's very, very tough. It's very, very tough to complete the squad. So... that's the way I'm judging it right now. Maybe one more striker we're missing, but we don't really have money. So maybe it's guys with potential we got to utilise. And maybe we'll do that to talk on that to, round off this episode when we finish things off. Lacks tactical familiarity. I guess we weren't playing 4-4-2 enough over the last 2 years. So let's get into it regardless. As I said, I reckon our best 11 and then a few off the bench is pretty strong for a newly promoted team. Oh, this is something I didn't show you. There might be more things, but this one just came to mind. Media prediction 20th. Expected to come in last. And then if we go into the season preview, 18th. We were 17th for a little bit. I guess we're on the same, odds as Brentford. So, they're probably still predicting us to go down and be in a relegation battle at least. Oh, we didn't even put Benji in. We got Gavin. No. That's why I signed. Hold up, guys. All the information. Because Benji was coming back from an injury. Yeah, because he's not fit. That's why. That's why I went out to sign Gavin. Because I knew we'd need someone else. There you go. Hey, maybe we could get a few more loans. But again, back to it. How much have we got to spend? Yeah, we put all our money. Maybe a loan striker as backup. That's next on the radar. Maybe, show Odegaard onto the weaker foot. But let's just get into it. I know you guys have been waiting for it. I have. Trust me, I've been waiting for this moment. This is the moment. Come on, no one expects us to get a result here. I have faith in you. Come on, boys. Let's get it. Okay, no recent form because it's the first game of the season. I like our team though, boys. What's Man United? Like, is anything outstanding? Harry Kane, Rashford, Greenwood have been developing even more. It's going to be tough. And that's what the table's looking like early. Like Arsenal's bottom of the league. I have a feeling Arsenal's going to have a poor season. All right. What's this season got? Guys, this is the first episode. I want it to stay on this screen. Oh, I said I was going to update the skin. I didn't even do that. I said I was going to update the version of the skin. Next episode. I'll probably download it while this is like editing or, like when I'm done editing it. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. But anyway, I'll download an update version of this skin because I remember I said I'll do that. But anyway, I wish that would stay. But it changes. Anyway, as I said, this is the first episode of the new season. So get your predictions in the comments where you think you finish. Like, yeah, where we're going to finish for the season. Let us know. Guys, it's been a long day to get this episode out today. I'll tell you what. Just get it. Pre-season is so long, man. So hopefully the boys can go out there and just be good enough. Keeping it tight is... I thought every time I pause or click, it generates a highlight. Is anyone else the same? For the first 32 minutes, I didn't press anything. All right, come on. Come on, lads. Oh, Nelson. He's back for another season. Nelson. It's a weak effort, lad. It's a weak effort. Because he's on a yellow as well. Maybe just feeling the pressure, and then just wait till that takes effect, and then we go encourage. Come on, boys. Oh, just imagine if we beat... Look at Nicola Armini, man. He's just becoming a really good defender. Oh, pass it right to him. Why don't you? Nah, I can tell. Oh, what a tackle, Manquillo. I tell you what, he's going to be a key signing. Oh, here's Adam Hozek. This is why we signed him on a free transfer. But he feels like a big signing. He's another wonder kid. Manquillo, told ya. He's going to be a key signing. A key signing. Oh, he still had a lot of work to do, young Adam. He just finished coolly. De Gea made him look silly. Hozek, he made De Gea look silly. Oh no, it's a corner. Look, just a few more minutes till half time. This will be the worst time to concede after scoring an amazing goal. You just have to hold. Oh, Manquillo, that makes sense after making good tackle, having a good game, 7.1, but then to make an error. Oh, opinions on that, but I've got to hold back anger. Then suddenly playing a bad game. It's annoying. It's annoying because it wouldn't have happened to them for a good player. A player having a good game. Come on. Own goal, FM. Serious is where you want to kill a good start. And then form's going to go in their way. It's going to be a long season of this. You couldn't have us going in 1-0, couldn't ya? Couldn't ya, FM? Of course not. We were looking so good, and then the switch of the mechanics into United's way. We were looking just controlling, and suddenly got 2 goals out of nowhere. Serious, lads. Serious. I'm not blaming you boys. Not you boys out on the pitch. You're doing your best. But sometimes there's altering things that impact your ability. We were looking amazing. And now it's Odegaard. Odegaard. Like, yeah, I'm not surprised this has happened. There's been a flip of the switch after we scored a goal. Like, one of these moments, 4-2-4, where it can't be a dream start, dream debut type thing. Gould maybe will change up. Roaming playmaker. Gomez. Mazzalo on attack. No, actually, then Gould. Be a deep line playmaker support. No. Just mixing the roles. Vargas. Nelson on a yellow card. Not this is said about Vargas could play. Oh wait, about Griffo on that side. Okay, we'll do that. And Ruben Vargas, yeah. Anyway, a lot of defensive changes. It would be. It's a bit disappointing, but you'll be like, it's Man United. Ryan Gould, what are you doing? You're supposed to be one. Why are you having one of our worst games? One of our better players? Oh, that's not going to be good for us. All this build-up. Such a big few days have gone through. I was really happy. Yeah, we're not going to judge. This is the first game of the season. It's against United, so. We could beat them when we were a championship team, though. If we win this back, yes, come on. It all started with an own goal. It's always downhill. Like, your team... This is just me speaking of 10 plus years of playing FM. Like, I'm about to say something and I'm not... Oh, that happens. Like, intercept. Come on, we got to score here. Come on. Greenwood. Done nothing all day. Oh, you continue to do nothing. Maybe I was right. You won't step up to Premier League quality. What other choice do we have? We can't replace everyone. That's going to be it. Please. Have we got any hope? At all? Franks, come on. No. Nah, not today. He's running through him like a goat. Couldn't even make tackle. Guys, you know how tight the game was before we got a goal? What happened? Like, you leave your thoughts. Like, you're witnessing the same thing as me. Like, I sound frustrated and complaining, but like, it is frustrating when you see a good start and you score, and it's like your players don't get confident from that. It should be the opposite. Not conceding your own goal that switches the game. Come on, maybe give us hope to get something from this. Yes, yes. Adam, but the sad thing is, it's probably not going to mean much. Much. It's not going to mean much. 87 minutes. Remember last season, 87 minutes, and there just wasn't a highlight left. We scored a goal and we needed another one. We would maybe hit some form. Told you. Remember when I said that though? It was going to go either way. Happen again, or they could probably get a goal, Man United, to be honest, and don't worry about what I say. No, I didn't say that, man. I didn't say anything. But I mean, next time, maybe it's a good chance for us. We just scored. Give us a chance. You didn't give us a chance to get the ball back and go for an attack. So yeah, it is game over. I guess the fortunes didn't fall our way and it ended 4-2. So yeah, that happens. Not very happy, but I don't think we were that bad, honestly. I don't think we started poorly. We got a goal and then, as I said, we felt a switch. We heard a switch and it suddenly got darker and our performance did. And it just ended 4-2 when Adam got that opening goal, and only 2 minutes later, when, we just scored and been really happy, that's when we'll get our own goal. So you can tell I'm very frustrated about that. It was a really long. Why is he still in control of it? I probably need to put my responsibilities. There you go. I'll sort that out. We'll do it here. Click on the assistants. So you're going to have to do those individually, which is always fun. So I'll sort that out. Anyway, so it makes sense. Well, yeah, because when you release one of if you release your assistant manager, someone else goes in that role for the meantime until you sign someone new. So that happened. I know, Man United, you'll be like, don't get too frustrated, mate. It was a tough game, Man United, but we managed to beat them last year. I guess different occasion. They want to start off the league really well because FA Cup's not important yet. Anyway, we'll leave it there. It's going to be a very long season. But hopefully we've got a decent squad. Let me know your thoughts on the squad. I spent a few days on it to get everything right. I think we did okay. Spent majority of the money. You reckon we spend try and get a loan signing of a striker just to add a bit more backup. Maybe an experienced striker we need, but how many will be available for loan? We can only sign so many players this season, of course. It will take us a couple seasons to build a proper Premier League squad, that's for sure. But I'm going to end it here because I know this is a crazy long video. But yeah, I'm really happy with the squad we built, and I don't think that should be reflected on a match against United. We'll play some games and see how we go, and I'll update you after, next few games and see how we do. I'm going to leave it there for now, and I'll see you guys next time.